Hello, my name's Lauren. Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be answering your shifting questions. So, you guys asked some questions on my TikTok and on here on YouTube. So, those are the questions I'm going to be answering. And I've already answered some on TikTok, but I'm just going to answer them again because why the hell not? Before we get started, I just want to clear out the abbreviations because this video is mostly for beginners kind of thing. Even if you're not a beginner, who the fuck cares? CR means current reality, aka the one you are currently in. Okay, so this one, OR means original reality, which is also this one, the reality that you discovered shifting in, the one that you were born in, which can also be BR. I sometimes use that. I don't know if that's like an actual thing though. DR is your desired reality, the reality you want to shift to. You can have multiple desired realities. I have a bunch of them. WR means waiting room. A waiting room is just a room you go to before you shift. My waiting room, I feel like I'm gonna freak the fuck out. So I shift to like this epic fucking foresty temple shit where I would feel more comfortable. And Iroh from Avatar: Last Airbender is there, and we have tea and we talk about shifting. Yeah. So that I'm not freaking the fuck out. And I'm gonna put this blanket on because it's fucking cold. It is so cold in here. I don't have a vent, so I don't have any heat. A CC is a comfort character. I hated that. Stupid fucking lisp. Anyways. A comfort character is mostly a lover, you know? When in your DR, when you have that like lover, just kidding. It doesn't have to be a lover. It's someone from your DR that you are so excited to meet. It's like your best friend or your lover, like just someone that gets you so excited to shift. And I've seen this usage in manifesting terminology, but also shifting terminology, and that's an S/O, and that means significant other, which is your lover from your DR. My comfort character is usually my lover from my DR, so, but it's not like that for everyone, you know? Okay, if there's any other abbreviations out there from shifting that you want to know, just comment them and I'll reply to you with your answer. So, number 1. Can you get stuck when you shift? Okay, so how you shift is you set the intention. You intend to shift. Just like when you intend to eat something, you go in the kitchen, you know? Intention, you do it every day. You do it every second, you know? Whenever you do something. It's the same thing with shifting. If you want to shift, you shift, you know? That kind of thing. So if you want to shift back, you set the intention to shift back. But if you're really worried about that, you can also create a safe word. And a safe word is a random word that you choose, that you normally wouldn't use in your vocabulary, in your DR. And mine is octopus. Like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna say that. And when you say your safe word, or when you say it 3 times, whatever, you shift back. So it kind of helps you with your intention to shift back. But you don't need a safe word. Next, can you die when you shift? Yeah, you can. You can die when you shift because you can die in this life. When you shift to a different reality, it's literally the same shit as this. Like, it's the real thing, bitch. Like, you can die, you can get hurt, you can get traumatized, you can feel good feelings and bad feelings. Like, good shit happens and bad shit also happens. So maybe don't put yourself in situations where you would get traumatized or almost die, because that's fucking scary. Next is it like lucid dreaming? So some people think it is, which I don't really care what you think, but me personally, and I know a lot of other shifters out there, it's not lucid dreaming. Okay, shifting isn't lucid dreaming. You're literally shifting your consciousness to a different reality. You, as an awareness or consciousness or a soul, go along to a different reality. Lucid dreaming is you are in a dream, except you are aware that you are dreaming. Therefore, you can fucking fly, you can do anything that you put your mind to, which does seem a lot like shifting. But here's the thing. I'm pretty certain of this. When you shift, like, you can't just intend shit to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you're in a dream, you're like, I want to fly, and you fucking fly. Or you're like, I want something to appear right in front of me, like a penguin, and it happens. I have a penguin teddy there, that's why I thought of a penguin. I'm pretty sure when you're shifting, unless you script it that way, when you shift, like, it's literally the exact same shit as here. Like, I'm not gonna be like, make a huge penguin pop in front of me right now, because it's not gonna happen. Oh my god. Just kidding. There is no penguin there. Like, it's the same shit as that. It's literally the same thing as this reality. Unless, like I said earlier, if you script or you're going to a reality where anything that you think of pops up in front of you. Like, it's not gonna happen. Because you have already chosen the reality you're going to ahead of time. This is really hard to explain. So no, it's not like lucid dreaming. Next is, do you have a different body or age in your DR? Sorry, that last one made me think a lot. So yes, you don't bring your body, like, I'm not bringing this body to my, I don't know, criminal minds DR. Like, this body stays here. Like I mentioned earlier, holy shit, it's cold. Like I mentioned earlier, you are only consciousness, okay? And that consciousness, aka you, go to another reality. You ditch your body here. If you've ever heard of astral projection, it's kind of like that. Like, you're out of your body. You know what I mean? And your age depends on what you scripted or what reality you choose to go to. Like, in one reality, I am 15. And I'm not 15 here. Now, the next one. How do you ground yourself in your DR? Or how do you wake yourself up in your DR? So, grounding, the root chakra, okay? You want to ground yourself in your physical reality. So you focus on physical aspects. What is that? 5 senses. Yeah. You focus on what you're touching, what you see, or if you have your eyes closed, that's fine. What you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you sense. Just all of that good stuff that will really, like, ground you and bring you into the physical, because that's what you want. Affirmations also will probably help, and staying positive as well. And, like, identifying affirmations, which are like affirming what your name is, or how old you are, where you live in your DR, all that kind of stuff. But another good tip for grounding yourself in your DR is usually one of the most popular ones that people do when they wake up in their DR is they're either laying down or, like, sleeping on a bed or on a chair or whatever. But Melanie Pond actually recommended that you do an action. You are, like, making tea or walking, just doing anything, so that it's more easier to visualize and to feel, rather than just feeling your bed sheets or the blanket on top of you. You're like, you, like, can visualize and feel your feet moving or stirring that tea, you know? And do it from your point of view, not you looking at yourself. The next one is, if you die in your DR, do you die in your CR? So, like I said earlier, I wouldn't recommend going through death in a DR, but, like, it's your choice. No. Because your only awareness in your DR, you you're just consciousness in that DR body of yours. But I'm assuming what would happen when you die in your DR is you would shift back to your current reality, or go to your waiting room, or go to the void, or another desired reality. But you wouldn't die in your CR, because only your physical body in your DR would die, because your bodies, from your DR body and your CR body, aren't the same. They aren't attached or anything. It's getting a little dark out. I'm still continuing this video. So, next one is, can you shift to a reality by accident, aka a more dangerous one? Yes, you can. I had to make that face because, like, you can. Okay? It's happened before. I've heard stories of it happen before. I kind of did it once. It can happen. Yeah. I searched it up on TikTok, and Rhea, she's a popular shift talker, she said that she accidentally shifted to Bird Box, but she explained that once you get better and better at shifting, you can shift places by accident, because, like, you're just so good at it. Like, you just like, oh, I want to shift. Oops. And also, I feel like intrusive thoughts could get in the way too. Like, what if you're shifting and you're like, I want to shift to my desired reality, and then an intrusive thought comes in like, I want to shift to it. And you're like, oh fuck. And then you shift to it and you're like, ugh. So I'd say to really focus on your actual intention, and if intrusive thoughts come, just like, no, focus on your intention. But also, what I do sometimes if I'm a little scared, I like ask my guardian angels or spirit guides or passed on loved ones that have passed on, all of the Jesus, I don't know what you believe in, to come with me on my journey and protect me. It just helps you a lot. You're like, okay, I'm good. I'm protected. And also remember that if you do shift to a desired reality by accident, you always have the option to shift back with intention. Just be like, no, I want to shift back. And you'll go back. Okay, just trust yourself. You have to be comfortable with yourself. Next is, can someone wake you up during a shift? No. When you're shifting, maybe if you're doing an asleep method, but even then, like, no. I was in the void multiple times, and you don't even, like, you remember this body and this reality, but, like, you are not in it at all. Like, you're in the void, bitch. Like, you're not here. So if someone tries to wake you up, like, it's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna go back unless you want to. It's completely your choice when you want to go back. But maybe if you're doing an asleep method and you're not really there yet, maybe if someone tries to wake you up, that you'll wake up. But if you're in the void state, or if you're already in your DR, or if you're in the middle of shifting, you're untouchable. No one's gonna wake you up. Next is, how do you come back from a shift? Like I said earlier, you can use a safe word or just your intention. Or you can even make up your own little ritual that you do in your DR. Maybe if you snap your fingers 3 times, or if you, like I said, say a word 3 times, or freaking when you go to sleep, like anything. You can shift there for as long as you want. You can come back whenever you want. Next one is, if I sleep or get knocked out in my DR, do I go back to my OR? No. Like I said, you'll only shift back with intention. If you want to go back, then you'll go back. But if you sleep and you don't want to go back to your original reality, then you'll stay in your DR. Next, what is a clone? Okay, listen up. I'm gonna need both hands for this. So, you have your current reality body, or original reality body, here, okay? On this side. But then your awareness, since you shift, your awareness shifts to another body in your desired reality, what happens to this one? Do you just stay there and are you dead? Like, are you sleeping the whole time? Like, what is going on? No. So apparently, I haven't tested it out yet, but people call this a clone. When your consciousness is in a different reality, this body wakes up and goes like a normal day, okay? Goes to school, does homework, like eats, sleeps, drinks, like just a normal thing. Goes to the bathroom, that one's important. It's just as though you are still in this body. And they call that a clone, which I don't like that word because it sounds really fucking creepy. But that's the terminology. So the theory is that a part of your consciousness stays with your body so that it's still up and running. There's this hack that I do. You can create a timeline for how many days pass or how much time passes when you're in your DR. For me, what I do is that no matter how long I'm in my DR for, no time goes by in my original reality. But what you can do, if you don't care if time passes in your original reality when you're not there, is you can say 1 day in your DR is a minute in your original reality, or a week in your DR is 1 day, or literally it can be anything, any number you want. It could be 1.2.5 hours in your DR equals something. I'm not good with numbers. I don't know. I say that no time passes because, I don't know, I feel like it would be weird if time went by when I was gone. Like, I don't like that. This next one is, how do you get into the void state? So there are a bunch of meditations out there that can help you get there. But the main reason is you. You like that little circle boop thing? Yeah. You have to be in a meditative state. Okay? You have to be in like that a state kin to sleep. Quote by Neville Goddard. I sound so smart when I say that. When you get into the void state, what I do is I lay down and it doesn't have to be before bed, but it can, whatever. It can be before bed, it can be right when you wake up in the morning, it can be literally any other time. I've done it in the middle of the day before and it worked. So it doesn't matter. But I usually lay down in my bed or on the chair or on the floor, wherever the fuck. Even in the shower, like why the hell not? I try to make my body fall asleep while I, as an awareness, is still awake. So what I do is I imagine roots coming from my body and like going in my bed, and I imagine just my body completely relaxing. And I focus on my breath, I focus on my heartbeat, and I wait patiently and let thoughts come and go, but still bring back my focus to my breath. And then eventually I kind of almost fall asleep, but don't, and my body falls asleep. And that's where the magic happens. That's when you can go to the void. By just affirming or just intention, whatever. Which brings me to the next one, which is, what do you do once you're in the void? Okay. So what the void is, first of all, is it's complete darkness. It's complete blackness. You are literally the only thing that exists there. There's no space nor time. It's only you as in consciousness, awareness. Okay? So out of all the times I've been in the void, it always works. Intention, your intention is the most powerful thing there. Like, it is so powerful. Your intention, you intend to do something, it'll go. Like, one time, I intended to shift, and I started whooshing, like, vibrations hitting my astral or frequency, I don't even know, body. Another time, I intended or visualized, whatever, one of my comfort characters from my DR, like holding on to me like this and flying, because they can fly. And all of a sudden I felt its hands here, and the vibrations, whatever, the whooshing, that's what I call it, turned into colder wind. And I was like, I was literally there. That is so fucking crazy. Uh-oh, I'm gonna bark. So yeah, once you're in the void, literally do whatever you want. Your intention is so powerful there. Like, you can literally do anything. And I didn't end up shifting for that attempt where I felt his hands here, because I opened my eyes and I saw the corner of my room and I was like, fuck. But I had other experiences and it was cool. But yeah, fun fact, I have never actually fully shifted. I've simply had shifting experiences, which is good enough for me because that is still fucking cool. So yeah, when you're in a void, just affirm, literally do anything, whatever you think of, or literally anything, it becomes it. So again, be careful. One time I heard laughing children, and like there was this thing, and like it might have been a good thing, but it wasn't. Anyways, I did a story time on it on my TikTok. I'll link it. I'll link all the videos in the description, because there's so many videos that I already filmed on my TikTok about these. Yeah. The next one is, what is a sleep method and an awake method? So these are two ways that you can shift. So in a sleep method is when you simply intend that you will wake up in your desired reality and then fall asleep. Whereas an awake method is when you are awake and aware the entire time, which is what always happens to me. So when I talk about the whooshing, if you do an awake method, that's what you're going to do. For me, I always go to the void, which I think that's how it works for everyone, but I don't know. I always go to the void, and like the whole entire time have to like actively do it. And actively, like, I need to intend and decide which DR I'm going to. I have to think about my DR and stuff the entire time. Whereas when you're doing a sleep method, you're just falling asleep. You're just gonna wake up in your desired reality. You're letting the work, I don't know, you're not doing the work. Whereas in awake method, you are the entire time and you're awake, which is actually a really cool experience. So like, I kind of recommend awake methods because it's lit as fuck. Next one is it normal to feel dizzy? So in past attempts, I've felt dizzy, like, while I'm entering the void state, or entering the void, the room kind of spins and like I kind of get all like, I don't know. Cause like I think it's because you're transitioning from the physical reality to simply consciousness, which like yeah, it is normal, I'd say. And also while you're shifting, like I mentioned earlier, the whooshing, I can get dizzy during that too. And what I mean by while I'm shifting, I mean like while I'm going to my desired reality, if that makes sense. Like, shifting is the subject, it's the term, but like shifting can also be a verb. Do you get what I'm saying? Next one is, does it feel real or like a dream? It's real. It's real. I felt that comfort character touching me. Another experience I had, someone was hugging me and touching me. It's real, bitch. It is so real. Like, it's literally, it feels like real life because it is. It's literally just like this life, but in a different reality. A different reality. And reality is literally just like this physical thing. Like, everything that's exterior. You know? It's literally like this life. Literally like this life. It's fucking crazy how it's actually real. Excuse me. When I first discovered shifting, I don't think I knew that. Like, I kind of knew it, but like I didn't know it for sure. I mentioned it in my other video, how to take shifting off the pedestal. It was what Ben had said. Yeah. It's like one time, like when I first discovered shifting, like I was shifting to this TV show, and they get kidnapped in the TV show. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just get kidnapped with them. But now I'm like, wait, like, it's real. Do I really want that trauma? Bitch, I don't think so. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get kidnapped anymore, because that's a little much for me. Because it's not like this story or like this movie where you don't get traumatized. Like, even if you script that you don't get traumatized, that's not gonna work. You're still gonna get traumatized. Okay? So don't do that. No. You have to not put yourself in scary situations, because I don't think you know how real it is. It's literally the exact same shit as here. And if you got kidnapped here, that would be absolutely terrifying, and you get traumatized. So don't put yourself in situations like that. Shoddy. Because you deserve so much more than that. You don't deserve that, okay? And, of course, bad shit happens in life. You know, it doesn't matter what reality you're in. But don't traumatize yourself. The next one is, why does my heart beat fastly during a shifting attempt? And a lot of people commented this. Like, a lot of people. And I don't want people having heart problems. I don't want anything to happen with that. So, this doesn't really happen to me. But I feel like when I listen to my heartbeat more and I focus on it really hard, it does tend to beat more because you're focusing on it. Just like when you focus on your breathing, you can't breathe naturally anymore. I feel like it's kind of like that. But if you're scared of shifting and your heart is beating really fast, you don't have to shift. Like, there are other ways to get over your fear of shifting or fear of whatever it is before you shift. I've done it. Like, yeah. Because I don't know why else your heart would be beating so fast. Maybe you're scared of the void, or being alone, or out-of-body experiences, or the unknown, like I was. Maybe you're scared to shift. Maybe you're scared to shift to a dangerous place by accident, you know? If you personally, your heart used to beat really fast when you shifted, or anything like that, put it in the comments and maybe help some people out. Because my heart doesn't beat quickly. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can reply to that question, because that doesn't personally happen to me. The next one is, can you make your own reality? Yes, you don't have to shift to a reality that already exists, or let me reword that. You don't have to shift to a TV show or a book. You can, or Harry Potter. Sorry, I have this grudge against Harry Potter. For no reason in particular. Yeah. You can just create your own, which I'm gonna do one of these days, because that's so fucking cool. Imagine if you write a book and, like, it's your DR. Like, that would be lit as fuck. Like, shit. So do that if you want, because that is so cool. So cool. The next one is, why am I motivated to shift, but when it comes down to it, I get sad or unmotivated to shift? I kind of deal with the same shit. Not gonna lie. All of my shifting attempts have been by accident. And I think it's because we either don't believe in ourselves, or we think that we're gonna fail and not shift, or just some other bullshit. A shifting blockage, that's what people call it. You can still shift with a shifting blockage. You can still shift even if you have these thoughts that try and come in, like, bitch, what are you doing here? Like, get out. But I get like that too. And I think that what helps me is keeping a positive mindset and affirming and just fucking ignoring them and being a bitch to them. Be like, yeah, sure. Like, oh my god, you can't shift, or I'm not gonna shift. Be like, sure, bitch. Get out. Thanks. Like, just have fucking boundaries. Like, pretend that they're a person in real life. And just be like, excuse the fuck? Like, imagine if someone was insulting your best friend or your idol. You'd be like, excuse me, bitch? You're talking to her. She's an icon. You're her. And just imagine that you're that idol and you're defending yourself. And that thought is that insulting person. To be like, excuse me? I don't think so. Get out. Just be all sassy, just for fun. Just play around with it. Be like sassy with them. You have to do duck face when you do that. Just kidding. This next one. This is the last one, okay? We'll have to part ways after this one. I'm sorry, my love. Just kidding. You can come back later. You're the reason why you want to shift. You're the reason why you discovered shifting. You're the reason why you haven't given up yet. You want all of those things because you deserve all of those things that you're going to experience. And it's going to be so cool. And it is so cool. And you're going to do it. Don't worry if you're going to do it or not. And just don't fucking worry about shit. Okay? Some people get it on their first try, some people don't. It doesn't matter how many failed attempts you have. It doesn't matter how many times you have been trying. Because I've known shifting for like 3 years, maybe. I don't even know. And I've had shifting experiences. Never fully shifted. Do I give a fuck? No. No. Because we don't let things like that stop us. We don't let negative things or thoughts or emotions or just beliefs or fucking anger get to us. Because we believe in ourselves. And we don't care because shifting is just this fun thing that we discovered and we just want to try it out. Shifting is not serious. It's not this logical thing. You don't need to do certain shit. You don't need a script. You don't need to fucking plan anything. You don't need a rule set. You don't need any of this. You don't need to get rid of your shifting blockages because it doesn't matter. All you need is you. All you need is you. Ensure intention. I don't give a fuck about that right now. All you need is you. You need to be there for yourself. You need to be comfortable with yourself. And you need to love yourself. Because you're so fucking cool. And amazing and beautiful. Okay? That was a good pep talk. So, go shift for fun. Go practice shifting. If you want. Who the fuck cares? Who cares if you're not gonna shift for another 4 years? Not me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I like this current reality that I'm in. But I also want to shift. So, like, it doesn't matter. So, what I want you to take away from this is shifting is not that serious. It's just this cool thing that you discovered. Okay? And literally all you need is you. You don't need to take any of these advice that I gave in this video. Just practice and do it for fun. Don't put pressure on yourself. Don't put all these shit on shifting. Make shifting fun again, not a chore. Don't force yourself to shift. Don't say, oh, I should shift tonight. No, you don't have to. You really don't have to. Shifting will not run away from you. Shifting will stay in the exact same spot for you and be ready for you when you're ready to go. Okay? Okay. Thank you for watching this video. It's now dark out. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took some shit away from it. And I enjoyed it. I enjoy talking about this shit. So I'm glad that you listened. Alright, my love. Happy shifting. Chill out. Chill life. No worries. Be happy. Yes. Okay. Bye. Happy shifting. Love you.